Well, fans, here's something you may want to be part of. You can meet Roger Craig, Will Clark, Mike Aldretti, Candy Maldonado, Al Rosen, and Bob Lurie, and others this Thursday at 5:30 at a kickoff rally for the campaign to build a new ballpark for the San Francisco Giants. It all takes place at 630 Howard Street in San Francisco at 5:30 p.m. Call 882-7840 for more information. Once again, let me give you that number. It is 882-7840 for more information. Eddie Milner to be the leadoff batter for the Giants. We go to their half of the inning. The first pitch is hit high in the air down the right field line, and it is going, and it goes foul. Let's see who is up in the Renault Jeep batting for Joe sweepstakes. Our contestant here this evening is Clinton Thoney, T-H-O-N-E-Y, Clinton Thoney of Sonoma. That is our contestant here this evening. 1-0 San Diego as we go to the Giant half of the first inning. On the mound, right-hander Ed Whitson, a 32-year-old right-hander, 6'3" and weighs 195 pounds on the mound. And the 0-1 pitch on the way, and it is a breaking ball low for ball one. Whitson, 10-11 against the league this year. He has lost his last 4 decisions. The right-hander builds to the windup. The 1-1 pitch swung on, fouled away off to our left into the upper deck. And the count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whitson, former San Francisco Giant, acquired from New York for Stoddard in July of 1986. Last year, 5-2 with the Yankees, 1-7 at San Diego. 1-2 pitching away. And again, foul straight back out of play. 1-2. San Francisco Giants just concluding a road trip in which they went 3-3. As we mentioned to you, they started 5.5 games in front, and they came home with a 6-game lead. So in that respect, a very good road trip. 1-2 pitching away. Low and inside, 2-2. Giants with 29 come from behind victories this year. Against the San Diego Padres, they have won 9 of the 14 games, 4-3 here at Candlestick. 2-2 pitch on the way. Milner swings and hits it well to right field. Back goes Tony Gwynn. He's at the fence. It's gone. Eddie Milner ties the game at 1. The third home run of the year. A leadoff home run for the Giants. And they have tied the game. The San Francisco Giants banging out their 175th home run of the year. They are second in the National League in that category. And that brings up Kevin Mitchell, the third baseman. Ed Whitson this year has given up quite a few home runs. Here's the first pitch to Kevin, and that's over for a strike. Should give you that number here. He has given up 34 home runs this year. And that is quite a few, obviously. Next pitch. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch in the way, and Kevin takes inside, and it hits him on the wrist or on the hand. And down to first base goes Kevin. Came back with a fastball inside, and that just caught the arm of Kevin Mitchell. And so Milner homers, Kevin Mitchell hit by a pitch. And that brings up the left fielder, Mike Aldretti. Aldretti batting .328, 7 home runs and 44 runs driven in on the year. An added note for you about the San Diego Padres, their pitching staff has given up more home runs than any other pitching staff in the National League. In fact, it is now 157 home runs that they have given up this year. In addition to that, they have also hit more batters than anyone. They have now hit 34 batters this year. Mike Aldretti batting third for the Giants. Game tied at 1. Whitson comes set, quickly goes to first base, and diving back in is Kevin Mitchell. He has 7 stolen bases. On deck is Candy Maldonado. Defensively for the San Diego Padres, John Kruk is at first base. Tim Flannery at second base. Gary Templeton at shortstop. Chris Brown at third. There's a pitch out, nothing doing. Kevin Mitchell remaining at first base. In the outfield is Martinez in left field, Jefferson in center, Gwynn in right field, and Benito Santiago behind the plate. Chris Brown playing even with a bag at third base. Outfield, shading Aldrete slightly toward left field. Whitson comes set, and the pitch to the plate is on the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. For Mike Aldrete, he's hit safely in 10 of the last 11 games and 18 of 21, during which time he's also driven in 12 runs. And still in my mind's eye, I can still see that double he hit. There's a toss to first base. The double that Aldrete hit against Houston with the bases loaded and 2 strikes and 2 men out down there in the Astrodome to win that ball game for the Giants. I can still see that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Whitson again ready. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on. Sharp ground ball to shortstop. Templeton has only the 1 play, and that is to first base. So Aldrete on the hit and run, bounces out to shortstop. Roger Craig moving Kevin Mitchell on the pitch, and he goes down to second base. And that brings up the right fielder, Candy Maldonado. Candy with 72 runs driven in so far this year. We were talking on the plane coming back from Cincinnati, and he said if he did not break his finger this year, he thought he would have had a 100 RBI season. Well, I can't dispute that. I'm sure he would have, because at the time he broke his finger, he was really in a hot streak. On deck is Will Clark. 1-1 tie. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Kevin with the lead at second base, and Maldonado swings and fouls the first pitch back out of play into the upper deck. Count of 0-1. Candy Maldonado, 13 home runs, 42 runs driven in at Candlestick this year. He's starting to put things together since coming off that disabled list. It is tough to have some guy be out for 3 weeks or more, really close to a month, and expect him to pick up where he left off. Whitson again ready. And the 0-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch, hooked foul down the left field line. And someone about the second or third row down the left field line, a souvenir. And they may have a little bit of a sting in their hands from reaching up to try to catch it, too. Count of 0-2 to Candy. For the Giants, that is the 16th home run that they've hit against San Diego pitching this year. They lead and have out-overed San Diego now 16-13. The 0-2 pitch. Maldonado lays off the pitch, takes it outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. An interesting thing, though, that when these two teams get together, as we mentioned to you earlier, the Giants have won 9 and lost 5. But in the 9 games that have been played, there's a ground ball back up the middle. Could be trouble. Under the glove of Templeton. Around third is Kevin Mitchell. He will score. The Giants lead it by a score of 2-1. Candy Maldonado with a single back up the middle to drive in Mitchell gives the Giants a 1-run lead. And that's your Giants replay. Listen to Frank and Mike tomorrow morning, 6 to 10 on Giants Radio, KNBR 68. You could win $50 cash in the Giants replay game, sponsored by Caltrans, the Peninsula's highway between San Francisco and San Jose. So Candy picking up his 73rd RBI. On deck, Mike Aldrete. 2-2 tie, bottom of the 5th inning. Whitson with a quick toss to first base, and they almost caught Milner. Whitson really has a very quick move over to first. Fans starting to get behind the Giants now. He's about the halfway point here in this game. And there's a pitch out, nothing doing. Milner holding at first base. Also, we mentioned earlier that we had a birthday person at the ballpark. We also have another one, Jerry Coleman, the fine broadcaster for the San Diego Padres. There's a tossover to first base. But Jerry Coleman, broadcaster for the Padres, has been around for a number of years. Outstanding ball player when he was younger. It's his birthday today, and so we want to wish Jerry happy birthday. Another toss over to first base.
Born and raised right here in San Francisco.
That's right. Well, I was going to say, you know, I got my tongue tangled up there. But from the San Francisco area, a delightful person. He really is. Whitson comes set. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and fouled away at home plate. And so Milner will have to go back.
Pride and joy of Lowell High School, I do believe. I think that's where he went.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Graduated 74.
Was that 18 or 19? Now, I know Jerry's going to get all over me for that. There's another toss over to first base. But he has a great sense of humor and a very good friend of ours. 1 ball, 1 strike. Milner with a pretty good lead at first base. Mitchell waiting. And again, the toss over to first base, and this time Milner getting back much easier. The time is called the catcher. Santiago wants to go out and talk with Whitson. Now he's hustling behind the plate. Giants with 2 runs in the first inning. The Padres with a run in the first inning, and then a home run in the 4th inning by Carmelo Martinez. His 5th of the year against the Giants. And that tied the game at 2. Whitson coming to the plate, runner going. Kevin Mitchell. This went well to center field, but it's going to get up in that wind and die. Waiting for it there is Jefferson, and he makes the catch, and Milner going back to first base. Just by the way that wind is circulating here at Candlestick this evening, to hit one over the left field fence, you better strike it quite well. Here's Mike Aldrete coming to the plate. Mike 0 for 2. He's bounced out to short and struck out the last time up. Swung at a bad pitch. He swung at a pitch that might have been a foot outside. One of the few times this year we've seen Mike swing at a bad pitch. He does not do it very often. Keep an eye on Milner. Roger may send him. Whitson at the belt. There goes the runner. The pitch is high and outside. Throw is high, and Milner has stolen it. His 8th of the year. So Aldrete with a chance right now to drive in a run. As you well know, Aldrete batting over 400 with men in scoring position. And an opportunity here. Infield, outfield, straight away. On deck, Candy Maldonado. Whitson and the 1-0 pitch to Aldrete. Catches the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. I know that Whitson is aware of the kind of hitter that Aldrete is. And with first base open, I would imagine that Whitson's going to be very, very cautious here to Aldrete. The 1-1 pitch and away. Aldrete takes high on a breaking ball, and it gets away from Santiago, but not far enough away to allow Milner to advance.
Santiago looked like he had intentions of trying to throw behind the runner at second base. Mike Schmidt has a great deal of respect for Santiago. He was picked off at second base when Santiago threw from his knees. That's the kind of arm this guy possesses.
Well, he can throw. There's no question about that. And 2 balls, 1 strike to Aldrete. Milner moving off the bag at second base. Whitson staring down at the signs by Santiago. And the 2-1 delivery on the way, and Aldrete lines one over third, a base hit. Around third is Milner. He will score. Aldrete will hold at first. Giants lead it 3-2. And Aldrete comes through with another hit with a man in scoring position. For Aldrete, his 45th RBI of the year, Candy Maldonado coming to the plate. And, Wayne, I'm surprised they even pitched to him.
We're starting to be redundant with our thoughts about Mike Andretti. Every time we say this is what he's hitting with men in scoring position, inevitably he gets that base hit, doesn't he?
He is something else this year.
And you're right, you bring up a good point with Maldonado facing a right-hander. Padres 3, Giants 3. Toward the bottom of the 6th. Throw to first and Brenly back in. Padres obviously thinking that the Giants are going to hit and run here. Well, they've got two candidates. Brenly, although a catcher, has pretty good speed. Thompson, a good man with a bat. And a throw over to first base. Craig Lefferts, the former Padre, warming up at the Giants bullpen. And the pitch, hit and run, ground ball to shortstop. Templeton won't have a play at second. He does at first, and his long throw is in time to retire Thompson for the second out. But Brenly with 2 outs in scoring position, and the batter will be Jose Uribe. And Larry Boa is going to come out of the dugout and go out to the mound to talk things over with Ed Whitson. Uribe is the batter. But what Boa is going to talk are the likes of Chili Davis and Harry Spillman and company. Uribe is 0 for 2. And the pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. Dug out by Santiago. And now the home plate umpire, Lee Wire, wants to take a look at it. Uribe just about 30 points higher. Batting from the left side. And that's because he does see more right-handers. And has made himself into a good left-handed batter. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A line drive to right field. Coming on is Gwynn, and he slides and makes the catch. Outstanding play by Tony Gwynn, who that time used the glove. Usually uses the bat to do some damage out there. He takes a base hit away from Uribe, and Ed Whitson won't have a decision in this one. And Lance McCullers will bat in the number 8 spot if you're keeping his scorebook with us tonight. Randy Reddy moves from third base to second base, and Luis Salazar is now in there defensively at third base and batting 9th in the order. And pitch hitting for Bacchus is Chili Davis. Davis with 18 home runs. He's driven in 65 and a .235 average, and swings and pops it up into the air into shallow right field. Tony Gwynn manning the position, and he squeezes it for the out. Pitch, he is grounded out and fly to center field. And McCullers winds and deals, and the pitch is low for a ball. McCullers is 7-7, 3.90 earned run average, 14 saves. And Kevin Mitchell grounds it foul, third baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCullers appearing in the team's high water mark as far as game appearances. This is his 70th appearance of the season. He has struck out 114 in just 108 innings. He's a strikeout artist. He has 2 outs in the inning, none by way of the KO. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's grounded, base hit into left field by Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell with a 2-out single, and that'll bring up Mike Andretti. The Giants had 3 hits in the first inning, had 2 runs in, and the bases loaded with 1 out. But Robbie Thompson hit the ball hard, and it went from third to home to first for a double play to end the inning. Since that point, the Giants have had 3 hits, and they have been sprinkled in the 4th, in the 5th, and now in the 7th. And all 3 have been singles. The Giants have had 2 extra base hits, a double by Will Clark in the first inning, and Milner's home run. Andretti has singled in a run. He's 1 for 3, and here's a throw over to first base. McCullers trying to keep Kevin Mitchell at bay. McCullers works out of the stretch. He has the sign. Comes set at the belt and delivers. And it's in there for a strike. 0-1. Andretti likes to take that first pitch, whether it be a strike or a ball, to get a read on a pitcher, especially here facing Lance McCullers for the first time tonight. Here's a snap throw to first, and diving back to the bag is Mitchell, just ahead of the tag applied by Kruk. Boy, both San Diego pitchers tonight with good moves, Whitson and McCullers. According to the flags, the wind blowing out the right just a little bit. Here's the 0-1, and it's a fastball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giants and the Padres even in the runs and hits departments. 3 runs on 6 hits. And another throw to first base. Mitchell back in. Cincinnati has lost. Houston is leading the Dodgers. The stretch of the pitch. Fastball outside. Snap throw to first, and getting back to the bag is Kevin Mitchell. Santiago not afraid at all of throwing to the respective bases. That time throwing behind the left-handed batting Mike Andretti. 2-1 the count. And the right-hander fires over to first base again. And Mitchell, each time he goes back to the bag, that uniform gets more dirty. They're going to tire him out just going back to the bag. He inches off to his lead. There he goes. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back to the screen. And Mitchell had a good jump. $12,950 here at Candlestick Park tonight. Opening game of a 2-game series with the Padres. Mitchell with his lead at first. There he goes, and the pitch is low for a ball. Here's a throw to second base, and it's through the shortstop, but backed up by the second baseman Rennie. It's a stolen base for Mitchell, and a 3-2 count upcoming on Andretti. So Mitchell with another outstanding jump. And for Mitchell, that will be stolen base number 8 on the year. And Galen Cisco, the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk with McCullers. Boy, these two teams mirroring each other quite a bit here tonight. Both teams trying to run. And every time it seems that somebody has successfully stolen second base, he invariably comes in to score on a base hit by the batter. Well, we'll see if that holds up. Tony Gwynn stole second and third in the first inning and scored on a single by John Kruk. And it was Jefferson stealing second base and scoring on a base hit by Santiago. Milner stole second base in the fifth and scored on the single by Andretti. So here he is, a 400 hitter with men in scoring position. And the pitch is foul off to the left and out of play. Three and two the count to Andretti. McCullers works out of the stretch, looks back at Mitchell at second, and delivers. Swing and a miss, and Andretti strikes out to end the inning.
And you can hear the fans in the background hollering for replay. And there it is, up on the Jumbotron scoreboard. Andretti making a diving catch. Here's Tony Guerra. Well, we told you how the Padres scored in the first inning. Before we go to the Giants half of the 8th inning, we're going to pause for station identification. You're listening to the Giants Radio Network.
You're listening to the flagship station of the Giants Baseball Radio Network. It's happening on the Giants 68 KNBR San Francisco.
Right fielder, Candy Maldonado.
Candy Maldonado will be the leadoff batter for the Giants. We go to their half of the 8th inning. The game tied at 3. And on the mound, once again, for another inning of work, is Lance McCullers, the right-hander. And he builds to the windup, and Maldonado takes a breaking ball high, ball 1. 3 runs, 6 hits for each ball club. As we mentioned to you earlier, of the 9 wins that the Giants have against San Diego this year, 7 have come by 1-run margins. Maldonado with a big swing and a miss. He chased a bad ball and used up the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Candy with an RBI single his first time up. He is 1 for 3 in the game. McCullers studying the signs of Salazar. Here's the 1-1 pitch and away, and Maldonado takes low ball 2. Padres coming into this game with a 3-game winning streak. They were hot against the Houston Astros. They scored 29 runs in that 3-game series against them. Maldonado sends one right back up the middle, and feeling it near the bag is Randy Reddy, and he throws out Candy. 4-3 and a put out. 1 man gone, and coming to plate now is Will Clark. In addition to the 29 runs that the Padres scored in that 3-game set against Houston, they also banged out 41 hits. So they have been swinging the bat well, although each team has just 6 hits here this evening. Here's Will Clark. And the first pitch to him is a swing and a miss. He's out in front of the off-speed pitch. And the count is 0-1. Will doubled his first time up, struck out in the 4th inning, and then flied out to left field in the 6th. The 0-1 pitch swung on and hit again into left field. That is playable. Martinez, almost in his tracks, makes the play, and just like that, 2 men are gone. Brings up the catcher, Bob Brenly. Brenly 1 for 1 tonight. Involved in an interference play in the 1st inning. Singled in the 4th inning and then walked in the 6th. If you look to the 9th inning for San Diego, it will be Carmelo Martinez, John Kruk, and Benito Santiago. That's a pretty good threesome right there. Brenly waiting. And the first pitch to him is low for ball 1. Kelly Downs throwing in the bullpen for the Giants. On deck is Robbie Thompson. 3-3 tie. Cincinnati lost their game 3-2 to Atlanta. And the last we checked, Houston is beating the Dodgers. Last score of 8-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and Brenly out in front of the breaking ball. Swings and misses. And the count is even up at 1-1. Toronto established a new major league record tonight. They hit 10 home runs. And they won 18-3, I believe. 1-1 pitch. Hit high in the air into center field. Jefferson moving over toward right center is there to make the play. And it's an easy inning. 1-2-3. Well, we go to the 9th inning for the San Francisco Giants. 3-3 tie. Robbie Thompson will be the leadoff batter, followed by Jose Uribe. And then it'll be the pitcher spot, and chances are we're going to see J.R. Reed, young man that spent the season on the AAA level down in Phoenix playing for the Firebirds. 3-3 tie. Lance McCullers in relief of Ed Whitson. Whitson going 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. He walks 2 and strikes out 5. And gives up a home run and hits 1 batter. Whitson pitched the kind of game that you expect him to do. if you're going to beat him, you got to score runs early, because as he gets into the game and moves along, he becomes much more difficult to beat. And he demonstrated that here again this evening. Thompson hits one hard but foul over the third base bag. Foul by about 3 or 4 feet. Luis Salazar playing right on the bag, right on the line. Mark Davis, the left-hander, throwing in the bullpen for the Padres. And Kelly Downs throwing for the Giants. 3-3 tie. Robbie Thompson, asking for time, steps out of the batter's box. Tonight, Robbie has hit into a double play. He has struck out, and he's grounded out to short. This is the 0-1 pitch, and Thompson takes the breaking ball outside, even up the count of 1-1. Cincinnati has lost this evening. Houston is winning 8-0. 1-1 pitch, and Thompson takes the breaking ball over for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. McCullers now starts his windup, and the pitch on the way, and Thompson hits one to left field in the corner, but it is playable. Martinez on the warning track makes the catch. Robbie almost got enough of it, but not quite enough. That is out number 1. So with 1 man gone, it brings up Jose Uribe.
Shortstop, Jose Uribe.
Jose 0 for 3. He is bounced out to first, flied out to center, and he lined out to right field. McCullers on the mound. He is 6'1" and weighs 218 pounds. He is put together quite well. And the pitch to Jose is outside ball 1. McCullers was acquired from the Philadelphia Phillies organization. That trade for Sixto Lezcano. Last year, 10-10 with San Diego, appeared in 70 games. Here's the next pitch on the way. That catches the outside corner. That evens up the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. In his career against San Francisco, McCullers 1-on-1. Staring down once again. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Uribe hits it hard to right field. Back goes Gwynn. He's on the track. He's gone! Jose Uribe has hit a home run, and the Giants win it. Well, how about that? 4-3 Giants. Holy cow. Jose Uribe with a game-winning home run wins it for the Giants, their 78th victory of the year. Whoa, and everybody out of the dugout to congratulate Jose Uribe with his 4th home run of the year, and the game is over. Well, how about that? When you're hot, you're hot. His first game-winning RBI, it is now a career high in home runs for Jose Uribe. And Clinton Fani, you have another $100. Here are the totals in the ball game. For the Padres, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They leave 2 men on base. For the Giants, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They strand 6. Winning pitcher is Leffert, the former San Diego Padre. The losing pitcher, McCullers. Game-winning RBI goes to Jose Uribe. And all of this taking place in front of 12,950. Once again, the Giants are holding on to, and they are going to increase their lead in the National League with a 4-3 victory here this evening. Our engineers were Nick Marquardt and Joe Vitrano. Our coordinator back in the studio was Brian Adachi. Our next Giants broadcast will be coming your way tomorrow when the Giants face the Padres right here at Candlestick. Broadcast time for the pregame show will be coming your way at 7:10 Pacific Daylight Time. I'm Ron Fairly, along with Wayne Hagin, inviting you to join us for our postgame show coming up in just a moment.
Gotta say, baby, when you see these Giants film, baby, when you watch them play.
San Francisco Giants baseball has been brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Chevron, where you'll find high-quality, high-performance Chevron unleaded gasolines with Tekraline, the additive that cleans entire intake systems. Chevron with Tekraline, yes. By the Northern California Renault Jeep dealers, the Jeep Performers, where the possibilities are endless. By the Farmers Insurance Group of Companies. If you'd like a dedicated professional looking after your insurance needs, check the yellow pages for a farmer's agent. By Grossman's, your home improvement project store, where lowest prices are guaranteed. And by Taco Bell, California's favorite place for tacos, burritos, and tostadas for 25 years. Have you tried their new steak fajitas? Yum, baby.